We used to provide a service before wherein we used to review the procedural fairness letter written by the client during the consultation and used to modify the letter to the perfection to ensure that's being appreciated and approved by IRCC potentially. Right now, we stopped providing that service for a while, and for a reason, and that's the topic of the video, that can you really write the procedural fairness response by yourself? Let's try to understand that. I'm Nilatri Mukherjee. I am a regulated Canadian immigration consultant, and as an organization, we predominantly respond to the procedural fairness letter and therefore have seen probably all sorts of PFLs that one could potentially think of. Now, obviously, I'm nobody to comment on somebody's writing ability or somebody's legal writing ability for that matter, nor I am the person who has seen the PFL responses written by every single person on the world. So I'm not commenting on somebody's personal ability, but based on at least 1,000 responses that I have reviewed as a part of my profession so far, I could confirm that almost 99% of the times the responses were not appropriate. The responses were absolutely not appropriate, and that's when I felt that a consultation of maybe 60 or 90 minutes was not again then appropriate to was not adequate for that matter to invest before I could make it the way I like it, and hence I stopped providing the service. So it's not that you cannot write a response to the procedural fairness letter. It's a write-up. It's a Canadian English legal write-up. So anybody with the similar acumen can write it. But with experience, you're sort of able to understand what really is being appreciated by IRCC, what is being required to be presented to IRCC, what you should not present to IRCC, what is logical pertaining to the context, what is not making much sense. All these things, in my opinion, come from experience of working with similar cases. And the response letter is not only a legal letter wherein you have to cite a range of immigration refugee protection related case laws and regulations to substantiate your submission, but also you have to understand that what are the exemption that you are planning to seek. For example, if you say that, well, please continue to process my application under the humanitarian grounds, you have to understand that along with you, many other people, almost every other people is saying that well, please be a little bit human and process my application under the humanitarian grounds. But not officers are ready. Not all officers are ready to process your application, and not all the applications are actually to be processed under agency ground, right? So this is just one example that I'm giving to let you know that though you certainly can write a response from your side, the response has to be that much better, that much perfect to be able to give it to IRCC, because you will not get any second chance. If IRCC does not like your response, the application is going to be refused. Sometimes, or rather I would say many a times, people are being made inadmissible for a period of 5 years, and if you are, it will be very, very difficult for you to make a move to any other part of the world, developed world, including Canada. So it is very important that you at least seek a legal opinion, seek a professional opinion to understand what really is a PFL, what exactly the officer is looking for, and then figure out whether are you the right person to deep dive into your case laws, deep dive into the legal citations, or whether you think the legal writing is your strength, whether you know how really to present a legal letter to IRCC. Only then take the chance of writing the letter by yourself. Because if you're not putting a proper response, not always IRCC gives second chance. If the decision is taking way too long time, obviously you can then probably think about the alternative options. But at least in 90% of the cases, if you provide a proper response, the decision-making time is not very long. From my experience, I could confirm that with proper, perfect submission, IRCC is coming up with decisions, at least with most of the cases, in less than 3 weeks' time, which is fantastic. I have clients who had received a decision on the PR application in literally 3 days of time. I have also had clients whom I responded in the morning, the PFL response was gone in the morning, and in the evening the client sent an email to me, say that, well, my wife got the medical request, which means that the application has started processing then. So with a proper response, it can make a world of a difference. If you need our assistance, more than welcome to hop onto our website, nuvonation.ca, book a relevant professional consultation. I'll be more than happy to have a case-specific discussion with you. Bye now.